The last time I was here, which is, I missed last month's writer's block because I was trying to take a little vacation. And I read something of a little mini rant, and I will say to the people in this room, that it's about something that I've always wondered about since I've been living in this country, and this has to do with the Japanese propensity for wearing masks, which is something I've been trying to wrap my head around for a long time, and I just can't understand it even now. This is going to sound rude. This is going to sound to some people like I'm being petty or disrespectful of another culture or being rude or something. The truth is, I don't really care, because it has been something that, for better or worse, has bugged me since I've been living in this country. What am I talking about? Simply this. I hate masks. And I've never been able to understand this Japanese predilection for wearing them. I've never been able to understand how people can walk around every day for hours on end with one of these paper things slapped on their faces, in the middle of summer even, when the temperature is in the mid-30s and it is humid like hell. People get dressed in formal clothing, dressed to puss foot, as we would say in Jamaica, and when they are done putting on their finery, they pull on a mask. I've seen people eating who just pull the mask aside or down, enough to place the forkful or hashiful of food into their mouths, and then chew with the mask on. I've had the unsettling experience, more than once, of going for upwards of half a term, I'm a teacher by the way, or longer, being unable to identify students in my class. Most of the time girls, for some reason, I don't know, because I have never seen their faces. Then one day you walk into the class and you see a stranger sitting there, and it is only because they answer to their name at roll call that you are finally able to match a name to the face, after weeks and months teaching the same class. People will say that these masks serve the purpose of protecting them from pollen in spring, or from dust, or from germs spread by others. And given the propensity of people to yawn and cough cavalierly any and everywhere, without covering their mouths, they may well have a point. Not covering their mouths, to me, just says that they lack home training. Like many of you, I imagine, I was taught to do that as a child. And how do you also explain those girls who wear masks and keep them on all day because they have forgotten to put on makeup, and they do not wish anyone to see their faces in their natural state, even girls who are naturally attractive by any standards? I've had students who do that too, and who find it difficult to understand the concept that their sense of self should not be bound up with something as ephemeral as makeup, and that it should be located within themselves rather than in their makeup bags. But I think it goes even deeper than that. My hypothesis is that the act of wearing a mask comes easily to a people who have mastered the art of tatty and honey, where the face you are presented with is the one that they want you to see, which may mask emotions or feelings diametrically opposed to that which is seen on the surface. Wearing a mask, then, would be a natural outgrowth of that, I would think. And Japan is a country with a lot of psychological issues. Studies as well as anecdotal evidence suggest that as the years go by, more and more young people are wearing masks. For some girls especially, wearing masks is cool and cute and is seen as a fashion statement. Some girls even say that it makes them mysterious and alluring, since only their eyes are showing. Shades of the Arabian Nights. But many bask in the anonymity that it gives them, where they are literally indistinguishable from the crowd. Pretty handy in a society that discourages individuality, or standing out in any way, where the proverbial nail that sticks out gets hammered down. One of the unfortunate side effects of this lifelong mask wearing, however, as I've alluded to before, is that after having gotten so used to having the mask catch the sneezes and the coughs when they come, anytime those autonomous urges come on and there is no mask, there is no instinctive urge to raise their hands and cover their mouths and noses, and so anyone within range gets showered, sometimes liberally, in germs, or when it is a yawn, you get a blast of hot air in your face or on the back of your neck, sometimes accompanied by obnoxious odors, not to mention the unwelcome sight of that person's dental work, or the lack thereof. And so we go back to square one, I suppose, wearing masks for protection. Maybe some home training would help. I will never get used to the sight of whole families sometimes, with each member, from the oldest Obasan to small children, out and about sporting masks. And it still freaks me out when I try to have a conversation, no matter how mundane, with someone whose face I can't see. It is like talking to a robot. And I hate talking to machines or hearing machines talk. All I think at times like those is, why the hell are you hiding? Come on out. There's nothing to be scared of. Thank you.